Indeed, it was quite eye-opening how Nigeria security agents turned the 2020 NSAS protest into a game of police and thief. This game was certainly not funny to the innocent protesters apprehended and jailed illegally, as many would rather go to hell itself than be inside a Nigerian jail. Fearless international lawyer and bona fide member of the feminist coalition, Modupe Odele, popularly known as Mo or Mochivius, took on the back-breaking and emotional task of providing pro bono legal defense for those protesters. Alongside a team of 800 lawyers, the release of over 85 protesters was secured over the 12 days duration of the protest. While fans of Mo were half-heartedly expecting the Nigerian government to give Mo the Nigeria equivalent of a Nobel Prize for Peace following the abrupt end of the NSAS protest, the Nigerian government instead began a witch-hunting exercise. Sadly, as social media became rife with news of the ongoing witch-hunting, Mo equally raised an alarm that she is a victim of the witch-hunting vendetta. According to her, she was stopped from leaving the country and her passport seized over her involvement in the NSAS protest. Ever since, Nigerians have watched intently as Mo and the government took turns at each other. Hello guys, it's TCode here for African Glitz. Modupe Odele is an international attorney and business consultant focused on startup advisory and impact investing. She is the founder and managing partner of Vazi Legal, a law firm based in Washington, D.C. and specializes in tech startup advisory. Vazi Legal also has branches across 5 countries including Nigeria, UK, Ghana, and South Africa. Before founding Vazi Legal, Mo worked for a boutique impact investing consulting firm operating in North America, UAE, Europe, and Asia. Also, she worked for a New York-based non-profit firm focused on providing pro bono legal services to social entrepreneurs and impact investors impacted by large-scale development projects. Mo holds a Master's of Law in Business, Human Rights, Technology, and Venture Capital from Columbia University, the US, where she graduated as an Alan Fiske Stone Scholar, a Salzburg Lloyd N. Kotler International Law Fellow, a David LeBron Human Rights Fellow, and a recipient of a fellowship from the Columbia Center of Sustainable Investment. For a lady who only fears for herself, it came as no surprise when Mo, a member of the Feminist Coalition, took the responsibility of arranging pro bono legal defense for protesters who were arrested by security agents for protesting. If we recall, the government was hell-bent on intimidating NSAS protesters from protesting against police brutality and extrajudicial killings and took to arresting protesters in droves. It became worse when the government couldn't figure out the leader to bribe. They realized the Feminist Coalition had provision for everything protesters needed, including food, security, legal services, online radio, medical services, cleaning services, emergency line, and even temporary shelter. Although the protest only lasted for 3 weeks, Mo led a team of over 800 volunteer corporate lawyers who worked tirelessly to secure the release of over 85 protesters across the country. Despite the work being back-breaking and emotionally tasking, the joy the family expressed when being reunited with loved ones made it all worth it, according to Mo. The abrupt end of the NSAS protest due to the Lekki massacre has also not stopped her from continuing her activism, as she has been providing pro bono lawyers to victims of police brutality who wish to petition before judiciary panels. The panels had been set up by some states across the country to investigate cases of police brutality. Mo revealed that she had not had any proper sleep in a month, as she had been combining full-time work with the NSAS legal aid services. While reports of government witch-hunting NSAS promoters were being debated on Twitter, Mo put the rumor to rest on November 2nd, 2020 by confirming that they are also after her. In a newsletter which she tagged "the weirdest birthday of my life," Mo explained how a planned trip to Maldives to celebrate her 31st birthday was aborted by the Nigeria Immigration Service at the airport. According to her, after she completed a pre-boarding pass for a planned trip on November 1, 2020 at the airport, she was called back by the immigration agent and her passport yanked off her. Despite forcing her to miss a flight and birthday trip, the only reason given by the immigration officer was was that they were only following orders from above as she is under investigation. A stubborn Mo would later peep into the immigration agent's computer only to read a file that says that she is under investigation by a security agency, and if she is seen, she should be arrested on site. It was at this point it became apparent that the federal government had compiled a no-fly list composed of NSAS promoters. Further in a newsletter, Mo noted that she will be going back to the immigration office to get a passport, but if she is detained, the hashtag to trend is #FreeMoSexy. Hence the reason our ordeal with the immigration service trended on Twitter on the 3rd of November. After being dragged for what seemed like hours, the Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, has denied a no-fly list composed of people who provided the strongest support during the NSAS protest was compiled while calling the reports fake news. Also, the Nigeria Immigration Service (NIS) has denied seizing a passport over her involvement in the NSAS protest. Rather, NIS stated it was only enforcing a restriction order. Of course, this didn't go well with Mo, who continued to drag the federal government while accusing them of sending threat messages to her DM. Finally, on Friday, November 6, Mo was told that her passport was ready for retrieval at the immigration office. But to our surprise, she insisted on picking it up the following Monday. So, what happened on Monday, November 9, 2020? Was her passport returned to her? Was she detained? Well, in a tweet posted few minutes past noon, Mo confirmed that her passport had been returned to her and she was told she could fly whenever she wants. But it sure looks like the passport retrieval was an Herculean task, because in another tweet, Mo lamented saying, "If I say a part of me isn't broken, I'd be lying. All I did was provide pro bono legal services to peaceful protesters who were illegally detained." Wild. Wild indeed. Wild country. Wild government. Meanwhile, Mo isn't the only person being witch-hunted for providing strong support during the NSAS protest, as several other NSAS promoters have winded up dead mysteriously and several others languishing in jail at the moment. DJ Switch, who provided the strongest evidence that the federal government was complicit in the gruesome Lekki massacre, has also fled the country for fear of her life. Reports have it that DJ Switch has now been granted asylum in Canada. While all this is going on, no one still knows who ordered the shooting at Lekki Tollgate massacre, and Nigerian youths are still asking this one question. What do you think about the role Mo played during the NSAS protest? Was it right for the government to seize a passport and disrupt her from traveling? Share your opinion in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and share. Don't forget to check out our channel for more interesting African stories and news we know you'll like. Subscribe to get notifications whenever we drop a new juicy video to keep you updated. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.